plan for tonight. 3 hours of blowing up giant robotic mech things with lasers and missiles and stuff like that. I am still learning the game, so I don't promise to be any good at it. But it's fun. It's fun to stomp around in giant robots, so we're just going to continue doing that. Now, got to remember where I was up to last time we played. I'm pretty sure I'm ready to take a new contract on. We've got the main quest related mission, or can travel to a different planet to do a defend base mission. There it is. Okay. I mean, we're on this planet already, so it makes most sense to me to just do the main quest. We'll see how that goes. This is Anna Maria Centrella. I have not heard of her family. Member of the Canopian royal family. Okay. Has she piqued our interest? She wants to avoid the mercenary review board. Feels like many games I'm playing lately are just full of traps, so maybe we'll stay optimistic this time. This is definitely going to end well. Let's see what she has to say. Job that she has is relatively simple. Need to recover something quietly. Not sure how you quietly recover something using giant mechs, but we can give it a go. She will pay down the interest on our loans. Well, that's helpful. What are we looking for then? A large dropship. Okay. An Argo. It's been on a pirate moon called Axillus in the heart of the frontier. We need to go and get it. Already half cannibalized. Okay. It won't fly. So engineering staff on hand to attend to it. Okay. Not quite sure what our part of this is. Just blowing up other mechs, I guess. We'll clear a path to the crash site. They'll get to work fixing it. We protect them. Okay, so escort and then defend. And use our background to talk ourselves up. Doesn't seem necessary. She's already chosen us. We can just be confident. That sounds better. Well, staying positive. Assuming it's not going to be dead easy, but shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so missed that last second, didn't I? Here we go. 18 days to travel to Alloway, and then a 1 skull difficulty mission with a potential $1 million credit reward. Sounds good. Let's get going. So this is the like month-end report, I guess. We have good morale. We've had to spend 130,000, some on our bank loans, some on our mechs, and a salary to our mech pilots. So we've still got a good positive balance from the looks of it. Okay, now we've got a choice. First time I've seen this. We can reduce our morale to reduce our costs, or boost our morale by boosting our costs. I mean, our morale's high, but I don't know what else is going to affect that yet, because I don't know the game, so we'll just stay middle of the road with no change. We're at the jump ship. Some kind of event, okay. Glitches disassembling an internal wall. Making some room using the dead space. Sounds good, does sound reasonable. But the bank owns the ship, right. Can't pick that option because the person involved is not a technician, I'm guessing. We can just pay a fine to allow it, or we can not allow it. Don't know what the impact. I mean, I'm paying 20,000 credits, but for what? Let's find out. For 1 morale. Okay, that's logical at least. Fine. Jump ship is jumping. Here we go. Okay. Straight to the mission. So if joining the jump ship that'll take us to the moon here, it's not on a map. Well, uncharted space, that makes sense. We used a pirate point to get us here. It's a pirate point. Just jump points, I guess destinations for jump ships. Difficult to navigate because they're small. And in silly locations, okay. Could have got mangled, but we didn't. So, there's another reason to stay positive. One option to say that. Yeah, vaguely. Let's get the job sorted. In the middle of a pirate stronghold. Well, hopefully they're just really weak pirates. All belongs to a bandit queen called Grim Sybil. Okay. Sure that'll be relevant. Lots of vehicles, but light battle mech activity. Vehicles can still be scary for me. Particularly get worried. Sniper is surrounded by radar-guided anti-aircraft guns. So we need to take down the radar so they can't fire the guns. That makes sense. Okay. plan. Digging into who their engineer is, and looks like there's some kind of genius who can do this. I guess we'll find out. Yep. Okay. So, I've missed something here. That mech is unfit for combat because between streams I forgot to go and repair it. We'll just have to take the spider instead. And remember to repair the locust after this mission. Oops. That's fine. Objectives are destroy the radar towers, proceed to the crash site, and then defend. Simple enough. And we're definitely going to get paid, and we're definitely going to have a positive outcome afterwards.
Command interface initiated.
Looks very moon-like. Radar station's just ahead, defended by turrets and ground vehicles. But there is a Lancer Battletech somewhere. And knock out the turret generator as well to stop all the turrets. And then proceed to that big thing. Okay. Looking up the different pathways up there. So that's the turret generator. That's a radar station. That's another one. Okay, so we have to march up the middle, it's the only real choice. If we prioritise the turret generator, then it might be okay.
Enemy detected.
Ah, what have we detected? Oh, I'm going to assume a turret pops out the top of that. Don't want to send my little spider too far ahead of the others because he is a bit vulnerable. Just going to hold him back here for a bit.
On my way.
Now we're in combat order. I can get that one turret into optimal range. Don't know if that's going to expose me to anything I haven't discovered yet, but
No one else singing this. Wake up, you idiot! We've got company.
that would be civil.
Giant Battletechs. We can't fight it.
I think we're probably vulnerable to
Any more
that.
objections? Good. Get
Find out when
there
it's their
and
turn.
fight.
Ah. I'm just seeing now. The maximum damage we can do is 50. And they've got 97 health, so we definitely can't destroy the turret. Which has got 2 lasers and 2 machine guns.
Now let's see how you handle this.
The little guys are very weak. At least someone else can march far enough to knock it out.
Moving out.
Good chance to hit with all of the weapons and we'll do some damage. Just fire everything.
Be good.
Got rid of that one, so my next concern is The one we've uncovered back here might have missiles that come flying over. Anything with that guy?
Orders. Moving to position.
Nor that one.
Good to go.
So I'm also going to assume that this guy doing only 50 damage isn't going to be enough to destroy the turret generator. So I'm probably just best off staying out of line of sight of everything. We can only achieve that by running away.
I'm here yet.
With this guy's got long range missiles which might be able to hit the generator.
Got it.
Should be able to. No. We're in an optimum range, but that doesn't mean we've got line of sight up the hill. We just have to brace that, okay. There are other funky mechs up.
Receiving you. Roger.
Vehicles are approaching.
Orders.
Maybe I should loop round with the little guy to address the vehicles. What's this? Rough terrain, yeah, we know about impact of that. Send him around anyway, no harm.
What can I do for you?
We move up so that we get a red line to the turret generator. We also get red lines to everything else, which I guess makes us vulnerable. Doesn't look like there's any real option up this hill, maybe? It's the minimum number. It's just a little far out of the optimum range for all our weapons. Let's give that a go. Half exposed. Do 100 damage, which can just about do if everything hits.
Roger that. Firing on target. Building track.
Perfect. Reduces our exposure. We just got 3 vehicles that I can see. Not get any of them in the optimum range for this guy. Let's line up on all of them. Bulldog, not seen one of them before. It's got a lot of health. Just try unloading everything at him. Good. Not sure how, but managed to destroy him.
Standing by.
Do something similar with this guy. Striker only. The long range missile can hit that one. Other weapons can hit this one, so let's
Locking on target.
blow him up.
Vehicle track.
Just a few missiles.
Damage minimal.
Too bad.
Commander.
So this guy's got no one to head round to yet, so we'll just bring him back round with the others. Can take a shot, so might as well.
Ready for orders.
Walk up and finish him off, I guess. That's an overheat warning. few fewer lasers would be good. So all those vehicles are down. You just need to take out the radar towers.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And multi-target with this guy. If I need to do 150, then it makes more sense to do them one at a time. Do another one because this one can see it. I have to destroy it.
Commander. Roger that.
Focus on the damaged one.
Firing. One less
That's
target.
one down.
Standing by. Roger.
Little one might as well take a shot. Nothing else to do. We want to just switch all the lasers off. Don't build up any heat that we don't need to. Next mechs can finish it off.
Good to go.
Just need to do 50. We can conserve some long range ammo. Good. Secure the crash site now.
Run it down, Commander.
To get all 4 units into the orange zone. Okay. Looks like there's only one entrance, so we'll have to march up that way.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Try and cluster everyone together.
Copy.
Confirmed.
Look like there's anything else around.
Roger that.
It's all clear for
I
now.
read you, Commander. Moving out.
I assume we
Got
get
it.
assaulted when we reach here.
Coordinates received. Moving out.
Okay, so here come the engineers.
All right.
Engineers are heading in.
Marines, clear the ship of pirates.
With pleasure, Dr. Mirage.
Defend against the reinforcements. They're ahead of us. There's at least a mech ahead of us, so 2 of them. Keep heading this way then.
What's up, boss?
Send the little guy up the flank.
Affirmative.
Nice. 3 mechs. Locust is a little thing. What's this? A Jenner? It's pretty cool.
Waiting for orders.
Our Shadowhawk has got the long range missiles. Can't get the clearest shot on the little guy. Gonna march him straight towards the big guy here. It's not a good hit chance. Save some heat for
Roger that.
later.
Firing on target.
Some good damage. Just focus on him. something else back there. Accuracy on the lasers at this range isn't great. I think it's probably worth the shot before they act. Might be able to punch through all that armour. Amazing result, but it's something.
Yes, Commander.
They're kind of blocking line of sight for anything too effective. Try a shot from the back there. Get a more direct shot on this guy in the middle that I've not seen yet. It's a commando, which is always also a small guy. Or a galleon. Hit chance is very low. Just fire just some missiles at that guy. With that being the case, I might as well fire just some missiles at this guy. Let's try that. Nothing blew up.
The pirates have Alpha Squad pinned down in the Argo's main hallway. Bravo Squad is holding the door to engineering, but you better hurry up.
Sergeant? Talk to me.
Few missile hits. Now a Vindicator.
Receiving you.
Little guy. Maybe I see what damage his lasers can do against the weakened one. Cover from the other guys now, which is a positive thing. Do I want to use some of our resolve to precision strike? 75% chance, and if both hit the centre we can blow the whole Jenna up. I think that is worth a shot.
Firing all weapons.
Only one hit the middle. The other hit armour. Stim, that's good. Next. Guy's so weak it seems like overkill to...
Waiting on you, Commander. Good to go.
Behemoth might be... Can't get a good line of sight. Just go with the overkill then. Not at the cost of overheating ourselves. Sends the torso destroyed, so he's blown up.
Waiting for orders.
Hey, who's next? We just march up a bit and pick one of the little guys
On my way.
to bully. Sure, there's much difference to us of which. Neither's particularly scarier than the other, or slightly more armour on the commando. So let's try and pop the locust first.
Got it.
It's a lot of misses. The vehicle approaching. It's
Waiting
okay.
for orders. Location confirmed. Aye, aye.
Left arm destroyed.
Critical hit, Commander.
Dr. Murad, what's happening in there? Come in, Doctor.
A little busy. The pirates are dead,
Oh, is he running away?
but so are half of my engineers. It's an unholy mess in here. Bodies everywhere.
Can you get the
damn ship. You do your job, I'll do mine.
The little guy can't actually destroy even that vehicle on its own, so we'll have to send someone else against him. I prefer to take a little shot against the Locust. It's head destroyed.
One less target.
They're pulling back too. Wonder what's going on. Avoid the rough terrain while I don't know, so I'm just going to take this way round. Terrible hit chance, so I'm not going to waste the heat, I don't think. I'm just going to brace that one.
I hear ya.
Get line of sight on the vehicles on the left, so we just got to focus on
You betcha.
that commando. Again, chance of hitting not great. Maybe not worth the shot, but I'm going to try the missiles. Few little hits.
What's up, boss?
And I've blocked the line of sight. Okay. I think it's worth trying to hit at that distance from that flank, so I can just take the indirect missile fire. See what we get. All misses.
No luck.
They weren't running far away.
Yes, Commander. On the move.
Big miss.
No joy.
Galleon is coming up. Exposed some structure on the spider. I'm really not such a fan of the little guys. Do seem to die just way too easily.
What can I do for you?
Could just go stomp that to death. That kind of seems worth it.
Got it.
Takes it off the board.
You like that? Good to go.
Any good shots from them? Don't seem to make a difference where we stand, so I'm just going to move up and fire everything at the little guy. Maybe not everything, some of those odds. We'll fire a couple of lasers.
Target confirmed.
Something, strip some armour, it's good. Maybe we can finish him off. Lucky shots would do it. Do we go with the... I mean, we've got full resolve again, so we might as well focus center torso. Which will destroy him. That's caused a couple of bigger mechs to spawn in. So they've got a big scary mech, but it's not in good shape. So should mean low armour, I definitely don't want to throw my spider straight at it. Spider can't even destroy that little tank.
Yes, Commander.
But it can just come up here and give it a punch for the fun of it. Oh, it did destroy it.
One more for the trash heap.
Interesting. Don't understand how it was able to, but I'm sure I will learn about that.
Waiting for orders.
It should give us... Okay, it's a Shadow Hawk. It's equipped the same as ours is, but with less starting armour. Don't know if it's particularly worth trying to snipe specific location, because you can make a precision shot, try and hit it in the head. It's remains a 2% chance. Got relatively good accuracy, so why not see if we get lucky. Didn't look like any hits to the head. No, it stripped a lot of armour from the centre torso though. Probably now worth just focusing that down.
Orders. Acknowledged.
If I do another pulled shot, I will lose the bonus accuracy. I kind of feel at this point it's worth that sacrifice for one turn to shoot before they act. Not good to miss though. This guy's now got not so good accuracy. $75% is still reasonable. What does that mean? Am I about to shoot my own guy? Yes. Not exactly sure what that icon means, whether it means the mountain is an issue or whether my mech is possibly going to get shot in the back. And what the odds of that are. So it's telling me 75% to hit. Just going to take the shot and see if it's... Does this mean it's a guaranteed hit in the back of my own mech? No, that's good. Did miss, but still. It's good, just a few missiles.
Not taking a pounding.
Could be worse. There's a quick draw. Relatively well armoured compared to what we've faced so far. What? Similar to... Is it our Vindicator? No, the other one maybe. Bunch of lasers and rockets.
Good to go.
Little guy's definitely going to be relatively useless, but maybe if we get behind we can get some useful shots off. Even 2 direct hits to center torso shouldn't blow that up. So, yeah. We'll just start putting a little damage on.
Waiting for orders.
Yes, Commander.
What about a good range already? I'll turn missiles off, and closer wouldn't be bad. We do that.
My way.
try to finish off this Shadow Hawk.
Roger.
No lucky shots. I'll get a clean shot with this guy. Might as well shoot at the other guy. Now I could shoot can't shoot everything. Too much heat. The odds are good at this range, so in terms of just laying some damage on. Exposed something. The leg maybe?
Good to go. On my
That's a
way.
good range if I turn the long range missile off. Focus the damage onto the Shadow Hawk still.
Roger that.
Good hits but no destruction. Lucky that they missed.
I'm gonna need a medic.
Head hit is not good. Now they're focusing my Shadow Hawk, that doesn't feel so good. Still armoured in general.
Commander?
Can get... Can get back hit on this guy. Have a lot of damage, or can just try and
Got it.
do a tiny bit to the other guy. Destroyed something.
I think I hit something good.
Well, that's lucky. He probably could have done better by kicking the back of that one. And overheat. Okay. Fire as much as we can without overheating. That's enough. Ammo explosion. Took it over. Okay.
Commander?
Getting a little bit of distance for the weapons that this guy's got. As far as I understand it, that is. Though we're now firing into its armoured side, which might not be so good. Kinda want to use my resolve again and focus on its leg. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Here we go.
Missed it, but did something.
Commander. Coordinates.
Just make a similar attack from this guy. It did enough to strip all the armour off its legs. A few lucky hits might knock it down.
On it.
Or we could destroy its left arm instead.
Forward.
Both work. Didn't do much damage. Good.
Receiving you.
So, oh, he destroyed the left torso.
Critical hit, Commander.
Caused an ammo explosion. That's cool for a little guy. No, can't fire any more than that without overheating. Somehow hit his right arm from the other side.
Waiting for orders.
So he's got no arms, no shoulders, no armour on his legs, no weapons. Interesting. sure if there's anything particularly advantageous we can do. Just gonna fire a couple more lasers at him.
What's up, boss? Confirmed.
Quite a few misses, so he gets a turn. And he's just braced himself.
Waiting for orders.
Give the behind shot again. Another jump jet gone, but not blown up. It's taking a beating. This guy behind. Again, can only fire the 2.
Commander?
Can get a rear fire from right next to it.
Moving to position.
This should definitely blow it up. There we go, sent it to the zone. Time to pull in.
Affirmative. Position confirmed.
Engines are online. Let's get out of here then. A success, success. Like to see it.
I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming
Taken,
on.
yeah, some damage to the spider needs repairing, and so does our spare one. Mustn't forget that.
I put myself on stage and say sing along. I might book a session, do a
Here's our salvage. We get 4 that we pick, but 17 in total. From how I understand this system. I don't think there's anything in particular that we need. I don't think there's anything here that's special. So the ones we're going to pick, I would rather pick mech parts. I particularly want to build a locust or a commando, but the bigger ones. And I've already got 1 commando, so might as well get the other. I will pick those 4. Also receive some weapons, some heat sinks. All fine. Or if they'll show it flying. Sounds like a cinematic, yeah. Interesting. Nice. Positive result then. Even progress. On excellent work and earned ourselves an opportunity to do more. Meet our real client. Mayor Arano. Lady Gameya, who I should definitely recognise from the introduction to the game. Yes, I'm guessing we assumed she was dead, if she is the rightful queen from memory. It's only been a few years, so she shouldn't be struggling to remember us. So the Argo's on its way for repairs. Cool. Professional is a character type. The dropship was getting blown up. Oh, that was just propaganda. Okay, I thought we had seen it firsthand from the floor, but evidently not. No. The Directorate is run on lies. Assassins pursued them to the frontier. Many close calls, but eventually they gave up looking. She's living in exile. Can't remember his name, but I remember a bit more of the intro missions now. Ought to remember them well. I had to do it twice because I got blown up right at the end. I would like to know about the Argo. What is it? Alexander Madeira. Okay. Test of abilities. I'm not sure if completing a 1-star mission shows amazing abilities. Potential, maybe. Though is important as well. Symbol. Majestic vessel once, product of the Star League. I think they can rebuild them. Okay. So, yeah, why? She intends to take her throne back. Well, yeah, that's predictable. Wants our help. Also predictable, considering we're the protagonist. We have an army from all across the frontier. Patronage of Lady Centrella. Support of her government, which means money. So we can stop scraping by, I guess. I didn't realise that the Oregon Coalition was on such good terms with them. But they want to see the Directorate taken down. Enemy of their enemy. Within my periphery is a powder keg. Victorian Concordat. Exactly what they're on about. Not part of the inner sphere. Yes. Federated Suns is one of the inner sphere. Military posturing could spark a war. Magistracy. Gonna trip over that word a bit. Want to avoid war. So that's how we get involved. Okay, making some sense. A plan of some sort. And it's personal. Of course. Time for reckoning. Assume it's going to take some time to build up. Taking them down won't be a one skull mission. Need to, yeah, not just going to pleasure ourselves. Not going to make it about money, but it is about money. Pledge ourselves to her, and she will buy out all the debts. We'll be able to continue working as a mercenary as long as they come when needed to support them. Provides some structure at least to what we're going to do. Lots of money to spend, that's good. Use our background to show luck getting revenge. Make it about the money. Both of those about the money don't particularly like. We'll play into the personal aspect. Raju was the was our mentor, I think. She's off to rally an army, and I guess we're off to grind up some experience and get stronger. We can travel as we like, but we should steer clear of major states. Stay nearby-ish, okay. Found a Centurion in the ship. Not yet ready for combat. Could be refitted, okay. Good at any range, but best up close. And we're going to need to repair what we damaged, so let's head to the mech base. Need to simply repair the spider. Need to refit the locust because it lost an arm, so rebuild the arm. Move the destroyed machine gun, but then put a new machine gun on. Seems fine. Is that some other bits are damaged? So center torso's damaged as well, so repair that. Then, as that's how it was said, I assume this is the best option. I can't. Ah, there's where it tells you there's a tonnage. 20 out of 20. Okay. Confirm that. Then we've got a Centurion. It's currently just got one laser on the center torso. So let's look at what I've got weapons wise. A couple of autocannons of various sizes. A long range missile launcher. Short ranges, so they can only go, I guess the highlighted section is where it goes. Just can I not put that on the right torso? No. Missiles go on the left torso. So that's long range. Autocannon. 2 is extreme range and 5 is very long range. Optimal 360, optimal 480. We've got 20 for the long range, so we could put autocannon 2 in and have long range ability. Only fit one in. I think the closer one would be preferred personally. And then medium laser for even closer. could put... I can put 2 medium lasers. That's an idea. I don't know much about fitting out mechs, but this is the kind of thing that the ones we've got already have got. 2 medium lasers, an autocannon and a missile launcher. What else would I want? Some ammo. So AC5 ammo. Long range missiles. I'm assuming the ammo explosion we saw is a particular weakness, and putting it there makes that more susceptible. But my thought process is if the missile launcher is destroyed, then the ammo becomes irrelevant. So better to put them together, and likewise on the same side. Not had any ammo problems in missions so far, so don't feel the need to pile on tons of it. I'd rather have heat sinks, so you can keep firing everything. And then I've got 2 tons remaining. I'd rather boost the armour in any places that are particularly weak. Nowhere in particular. Bit on the torsos, but then the arms cover them and they've got loads. Legs maybe? Max the legs out. Still got a ton. Get very armoured. Arm on the rear. I think you just work to don't get surrounded. Be very strong from the front. It's quite distanced. Like I say, I don't have a clue what I'm doing fitting a mech out, but it looks fine to me. So I've given all the instructions I need to here, I'm guessing. The other ones are all full armour and nothing got damaged. So I can go pick our next contract. Two available. Very easy one at Detroit, capture a base. Or an easy one, a battle. Where we are now, I guess that is. It doesn't say anything about travel. We might as well do that while we're here if that's the case. European forces have been scouting near government-controlled land. They don't know why, but they just want us to go and get rid of them. I mean, by get rid of, I mean blow up. Now I've got a lot of funds. I can't particularly see the value of salvage on easy missions. Mech parts, I guess, if there are mechs. I'll keep it central. We'll have a balance of different things. So I don't want to deploy yet. Ah, I see. There's no option to like pick it and then wait. I don't see an option to pick it and then wait, so you have to go the other way round. Go here. Advance time, especially because we're not travelling. I guess if we're travelling things would advance. Another random event. The morning briefing, Yang jumps in. Leopard is too small. Techs keep tripping over everything. Darius says we can't knock down any walls. Sumaya says you can move supplies into other parts. Store boxes all over the place to get them out of the way. If you had breathing room for a week, you could reorganise and move everything back. So we can tell them to make do, or we can make a mess. No idea from here what the consequence of any of these options is. I'd assume saying make do negatively impacts our morale. Doing a small amount will positively impact a little, and this will do more, but at what cost? Because the only way to learn is to click some options and then I know for the future. So if we go full in, it was the other way round. Okay, so for a few days everyone helps move supplies to other parts. Emotions get heated over the following week. Glitch gets particularly upset when you trips over something. Before long they've reclaimed it, sorted everything out. He is happier. Mech Bay has never been better organised. Good for them. So morale has dropped, but we get tech point boost. So that'll speed up the time it takes us to repair everything, I guess, and refit everything. From what I understand, tech points. Don't know. Didn't see what the timings were beforehand. So we need to wait another 18 days until our pilot is secured. Could start using us. We do have a spare. What have we got? Month end report. Morale is roughly the same spot. Expenses are roughly the same, but we had money to cover it. Again, don't particularly see a point at this juncture of changing that away from the normal expenses. Gotta wait.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Orders are all ready. You know we're here, I think, yeah. Use what we've got. Start this mission I was looking at. So we'll need to use Medusa in place of Glitch, who is better at piloting but worse at gunnery. Improved distance, reduced chance to hit. So I don't feel I know my mechs well enough to know who's the better pilot for each individual one. So I won't worry about that at the moment. Can I swap my little guy out for a Centurion? I can. 195 tons, and I'm guessing this symbol suggests I can have 500 tons. If I want. Don't know. This seems fine, so let's deploy. Disrupt the reconnaissance. I'm assuming that means blow up some vehicles and mechs, but maybe I'm wrong and it will just be chase them round.
Command interface initiated.
This is the last spot they were seen in. Find them and clear them out. Okay. Over in that direction. So my instinct says that we just move up the path to the highest ground. Ideally not standing on the rough terrain.
I copy.
Affirmative.
Okay. on the radar yet.
Move order received.
Got it.
Or nothing, okay. Maybe they spawn in when we get there. Ah, no, there we go.
Enemy detected.
Radar has picked up 3 blips. Put us into the forest because that's going to give us cover.
Location confirmed.
Okay, combat starts. 3 mechs, okay. A locust. Something that took a pot shot from over there. Another mech. What's that? That's a Jenna again, okay. Hopefully we get a chance to salvage a bit more of that. Okay, so Shadowhawk. Who's, I mean, Shadowhawk's well armoured, so I feel like they should be up at the forefront. Kind of want to be at optimal range on all of them.
Location confirmed.
Still can't see that one, okay. Those are not good chances to hit, so we'll just fire a couple things. It's funny as it looked like I was at optimal range. Must have missed something there.
Standing by.
Send our Vindicator down the sideline to focus on that guy. They do better with a bit of range. Can't get a good shot off from moving up. Use the other guy first then. He'll do better going this way. Though we might clip the terrain there. Yeah, chance to hit is terrible. Is there something affecting that? Overheat easier. It moved. That's, yeah, significant because it's a little guy. A little guy that ran a long way, and it's no point in spending all our heat.
Engaging target.
Yeah, we missed.
No damage detected.
What's up, boss?
What's that? Oh, that has opened a position. But all directions are going to clip the terrain. There's no... Ah, there. Give us an okay shot on that spider. Not great. Really not great. He's going to throw some missiles at them.
Taking the shot.
Struggling to hit anything. Move into the forest and get cover, but bad shots. Moving over to the right doesn't give any better shots. Other than perhaps throwing some missiles over the bridge. Still, let's have someone down the flank.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Fire.
0 hits, I think.
Miss.
Okay, the locust has walked into the middle. And a little bit because of rear attack.
Send me up your MechWarrior.
Spider's got 2 good hits. Not a lot of damage, but it will build up, I guess. Need to knock something out. That's a javelin. It's quite a few lasers. Kind of dangerous. Shadowhawk's taking a lot of hits. Is there a particular reason that they've gone to stand there, is that? Mineral field. It's harder for me to hit them. Harder, but not so hard to fire out of them. Okay.
Ready for orders.
to be done, I don't think, other than walk up towards them and fire. Melee isn't going to do enough damage to be meaningful, I don't think. How do the lasers look? Reasonable. Just going to shoot all the lasers into the back of this locust.
Targeted clear armor.
I'm hoping it would do more than that. Very weak.
Yeah.
Might be best to try and finish off that locust. Couple of laser shots. Enough. Blow it up. Yeah, that's one of them down.
Ready for orders.
Let's take a look at. Try and get behind, but I guess that's not going to happen. Odds to hit here are terrible, so we're going to have to move. Try and use the short range stuff. Shorter range stuff. Let's move this guy onto the flank. Shoot the guy nearest, I guess. Not great odds, but strip the armour off the edge, that's fine.
Yes, Commander.
Try and move to the other side with this guy, don't know. Focus the fire. I've got the best odds of hitting the spider, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Target.
Firing from below, interesting. More damage to the feet, maybe. Just a little punch, it's probably not very effective, but I think that probably was more effective.
Damage minimal.
We've now got two people behind them. Their damage is being spread out, which
Armor low.
I'm not happy.
Damage is light.
But that is it's better than them focusing one of my guys down.
Yes, Commander.
Let's move the guy with the most lasers. I'll have to stand on rough terrain to get the shot from behind. I think it's worth it. Those are good odds to hit. Should be able to punch through that armour.
Targeted clear armor. Enemy
Destroyed an
has
armour
critical damage
edge.
detected.
Was kind of hoping to just blow him up completely, but there we go.
I'm here.
Receiving you.
Don't think, no. Can't get a clear shot on the rear. Ah, yes I can.
Move order received. On your team.
Even that wasn't enough, okay. They look like good hits.
What's up, boss?
Rounds so that at least one of my guys will end up behind them. Unless I just take a couple shots over at the spider. No risk hitting myself, that's not. Each of these is weaker. The Jenna is weaker. Let's go for that then.
Engaging target.
Blew an arm up, that's good. And the left torso.
Think I hit something good.
Good.
Ready for orders.
Could turn around and punch the spider. Doesn't seem that dangerous. Can't move too far out without losing the cover.
Coordinates received.
Not in a great position with that one. Annoying misses. Okay. Don't think any of our guys are going to get completely destroyed, but it's not exactly going how I want it to. Still, more I practice, the better. More I come to understand the little bits about the game that are going to provide an advantage. He's taken a lot of damage. Lost armour on the right torso. Manoeuvre to anywhere great, just into cover is best, I suppose. It's not great odds to hit, but the autocannon's worse, so takes our heat right to the edge. I'm going to cut one back. But we hit some spots that do some damage. Not enough.
Receiving you.
Flank round, I'm going to have to just keep going. Out into the open.
On the move.
Best thing I can do, I think. I could now shoot the spider from down here. Terrible odds. Javelin has better odds. Ah, but I don't. For whatever reason, I don't have line of sight to him. See if we destroyed the left arm, but quite a big amount of missing there.
Yes, Commander.
Can move out of cover to get around. Up on the hill isn't an option, can't get a good angle. Can move all the way around and still get a shot off. It's probably not a very good one. Even that wasn't enough to blow him up. Really not doing well. Well, not being efficient at blowing stuff up. I think we're doing fine.
Acknowledged. Locking on.
There we go, finally. Send it also hit with the PPC.
Hostile removed.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
They are focusing him down. Interesting. So he's unstable and his armor's been breached. I guess they've moved because I've flanked them and they've... Dunno. Strategy might have been to just keep taking pot shots and not let them move up like that. We've taken a lot of damage to the right torso. Could do with destroying both of these before their next turn. It's best odds against the javelin, so it's... We can't do much without overheating. Considering he's already weak, I don't think it's a good idea. And a miss. It's not a positive shot.
Commander.
This one can now get behind him. Do I risk, with a low chance to hit, I'm concerned I risk firing past him and hitting my guy. So I assume it's best not to fire them. Nice missile hits, but not a lot of damage.
Orders.
Yeah, so from there I can That is hopefully a clear shot that doesn't risk hitting anyone else. I'll just unload everything and hope. Looked like most of those missed.
Commander?
But our Centurion's going to need to move back. That does say it's a clear shot. Ah. Not optimal range for the cannon, but good for the laser. Laser might be equally good from there.
Aye, aye.
Looks like a safe shot.
Confirmed.
Looks like good damage, but not enough to end it. Didn't focus the other one down. There we go.
Detecting MechWarrior injury.
Saw that coming. Lost an arm.
Orders?
Don't want to melee, I want to... Oh no, those are not good chance to hit. Can that be improved at all? Get to the optimum distance. That looks best. Still really not good chances. One tiny hit. Not good. This guy lost a lot of weaponry.
Waiting for orders.
Could do with getting a little distance as well. Can I get behind this guy? Can. Not with optimum distance. I would rather do that.
Acknowledged.
Good to go.
Nay. So I don't want to leave my back exposed after moving. That seems best.
Location confirmed. Acknowledged.
Brilliant though.
Solid connection on that one.
Good hits, but nothing destructive. Might be in a position that a melee attack can do some good damage. Probably better than... Then I would have to leave my back exposed. No, the lasers would do more damage if they hit.
Engaging target.
Which one of them did not, but took the other arm off this guy.
Enemy mech. Critical damage
Positive.
detected. Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
LA more likely to hit. Something worth hitting? Probably not. I do think shooting him's still the better option.
Engaging target.
Still not destroyed. Oh, but the pilot was incapacitated, so that is... Yeah, it does mean he's no longer a target. Okay. So now we've just got the guy in the field. We have very poor chance to hit. Unload reload all the weapons, I guess. Left leg destroyed. Knockdown's got to be good for a chance to hit. I hope.
Waiting for orders.
Reasonable. So it's lying down so we get to target. What do I want? Do I want to target the legs? Because that increases salvage. I remember reading that or hearing that somewhere. If I knock both legs out. Let's try it.
Locking on target.
Missed. We're going to learn by trying them. Seeing what consequences are.
Good to go. Engaging.
Left arm, centre torso got destroyed in those shots.
Enemy down.
There we go.
Mission successful.
Good, good. That's improved rating. Still don't know what that does. Earns us respect from mercenaries. Not sure. See what that means. So yes, Blackjack lost his arm, so that's gonna take some time to repair to see if I've got 2 lasers and an AC2 to spare. Maybe I want to make sure I do. No, I'd rather take the 2 parts we need to get a Jenner. I've also got parts for Javelin, another part for a Jenner and a Locust. And we got 2 medium lasers, so that's a positive result, I think. We'll definitely be able to replace them on the arm that got destroyed. New contract, I guess? The priority mission, yeah. Liberate Weldry. So we should
That mech you asked for.
do that next because it's the main quest. Jenner's run hot and fast. Yeah, they can deliver a knockout punch even against heavier units. Speed and weaponry at the expense of armor. Interesting. All the different mech types, I'm never going to remember which ones are good for what. MechWarriors are gaining experience and need guidance. Okay. Interesting. What's this? We've got our new Jenner. No bays to put it in. Okay. I really don't like the spider. So can I send it to storage? Interesting. I'll scrap it for cash. Well, I really don't like it, so I'm just going to scrap it. Components will be stored and the chassis removed permanently. Fine. Let's head to the mech bay and get those repairs running before I forget. So we need to refit the Blackjack. Repair damaged parts, replace the broken parts, and then do have an AC2. 2 medium lasers. So that's the full tonnage, but heatsink on one side and not the other. I feel like that's safer in the head. What's that mean? Oh, the heat efficiency. It's going down because I put new lasers on, I assume. The firepower going up. It's not compared to what it was before it was damaged, compared to what it was while it was damaged. I always forget we've got jump jets. I think I'm going to remove them. So I'd rather spend that tonnage on heat sinks on this one because it's continually going over. Let's throw another couple in. Yeah, I'd prefer that personally. So let's set that going. That's expensive. There we go. Did lose a whole arm. Vindicate just taken some structural damage. So, okay, repair that. The others all okay. Okay. The other message we got was to go to the barracks. Okay. Not seen this before. What have we got? Like a skill tree type thing.
Waiting for orders.
So let's start at the top. Behemoth is 4,500 experience. What does that? Yeah, these skills are quite cheap compared to that. So, is this what we get if we? Yeah, okay. That's what we've got at the moment. Weapon hit. Melee hit and unsteady threshold. Health recoil penalty. Not sure what recoil penalty is. Then what's tactics? Indirect fire penalty. Minimum range. Tactics also increases the effectiveness of called shot, which is useful. Getting everyone to a minimum health level might be a sensible idea. Piloting doesn't interest me as much personally. I'd rather have everyone with a high gunnery and then probably a high tactics. So let's push gunnery to the next big one, whatever that means. Ah, that unlocks multi-target. Cool. Then I'll just boost tactics a little bit. That's what we can afford. This permanent choice. Can only have 2 primary abilities and 1 specialist ability. What does that mean? What's a primary ability and a specialist ability? I mean, based on this tree, it just means you can have breaching shot or coolant vent. Deal with that when we come to it, I suppose. Everyone will probably have breaching shot, but that, I didn't notice that before. The coolant vent is pretty helpful in some cases. Confirm that for now.
Yes,
so,
Commander.
Orders.
Receiving you.
as far as I'm concerned, give everyone the same. Focus on gunnery. Ah. Different abilities are available. Okay, not sure what difference there is. Ah, the difference is Behemoth already has 2 primary abilities. Interesting. So want multi-target on everyone. Sure footing is pretty good. Extra evasion. Sensor lock. Useful in specific situations. Bulwark's probably great, but not something I'm going to use. Do you want to boost health? Then I'm going to go with tactics. Confirm that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Lich has already got gunnery. Let's go with sensor lock as well, and then we can get the health. Just get the piloting while I can. If everyone else is at 4, then not knowing just how valuable all of these individual bits are, I'm more inclined to just build everyone exactly the same way in a kind of one size fits all.
Yes, Commander.
Rather than specialising in something I then don't know how to use effectively. Deuce is the one we haven't used so much, so it makes sense to have less experience. Then, okay, so piloting to 4. No, I'd rather have the health. Yep, there we go.
MechWarrior training complete.
Okay, so we've trained everyone out with all the experience that we can. Need to remember after missions to keep checking whether people can have further unlocks. Our next thing to remember, I think I've got them all lined up in my mind. There's a priority mission. So involve travel to Weldry or Weldry. 33 days away. Well, that's going to be good because it'll progress all the healing and refitting, and we've got a lot of that going on. It's a 2-skull mission. Be interesting to see what difference that makes. The rewards aren't significantly bigger than before. But okay, this will be our first major operation against the Directorate.
By your command.
Let's travel there. Next random event. On the way to the galley, we run into Sumaya, heading the same way. It's been a long week. Can't make more hours in the day, but I can make more coffee. We enter the cramped galley. Medusa and Decker in a standoff in front of a nearly empty coffee pot. It's the last of the coffee. Won't have any more until the next supply run. Decker says he got it first. Medusa stole it while he was looking for his mug. Okay. Split it between them, so no one will be happy. Give it to Sumaya, in which case those two won't be happy, but someone will be. I'll take it for myself, in which case I'll be happy, but I kind of assume that isn't so helpful. I mean, those two are mech pilots. Sumaya is not. So in terms of the metagame, let's have a look. Pour out the last of the coffee, hand it to Sumaya. Tell them don't pout. If they do a good job, we'll get more coffee, and off you go. So we didn't really get a perk in any way. But we'll not be able to use inspiration abilities as often for the next 14 days, which is irrelevant, because it's taking us 30 days to travel. It's not really going to impact us too badly. Comes the jump. Random event while we're travelling. In the morning briefing, Darius pulls up an inventory spreadsheet. Running low on medical supplies, medipatches, trauma packs. Not yet critical, but not well stocked. Sulai says, why do we keep actually having dribs and drabs? Can't we get a bulk? Oh, we'll end up using them. Well, that's a vote of confidence in my abilities, isn't it? So we can spend a little to get the minimum. We can get nothing. Buy extra for a boost. Do something with the black market. No idea what that means. I vaguely understand that spending 25,000 ought to reduce the time taken to heal. All of our healing is going to be finished before we finish the travel that we're currently doing. So that doesn't seem like it's worth it. Getting nothing seems like it'll affect morale. So I think we spend the little to get the minimum. There's no effect other than spending the money. Okay, we may have missed out on something there. We've asked the medical staff to be more economical.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Our mech work is complete. Couple more days. Another go. I haven't actually looked at the map yet, so I don't really know how things are laid out. How many jumps we should expect to travel this distance. A week to go to get there. Oh, we're going to get a month end first. Everything pretty much the same. So we'll keep it going like that. Maybe paying upkeep on all of the mechs, even the ones that I'm not intending to use, then maybe I should be mothballing them or something that might reduce that, not sure. Arrived, so we might as well get straight into it. Here is Madeira. So this is one of the most notorious hellholes in the Oregon Reach. Hostile to human life. Espinosa's been using it as a dumping ground for political enemies, so potential allies for us. It's a prison complex on the surface called the Icebox. Solid heavy walls we associate with Taurian architecture. Holding facility for political prisoners, including high-value hostages and members of the founding families. If we set them free, we could break the leverage over the founding houses. Cool. Don't know what's been going on there, but we need to set them free. Ask about the planet. Sub-zero climate, inedible vegetation. It's infested with blood-sucking insects. Called Branson's mosquitoes. Army will be safe because they use ultrasonics to keep the swarms away. Okay, interesting. They've got the army, why do they need us? Subtle decisive action, okay. going to assault the spaceport, which will draw a lot of their army away, so we can hit the icebox and liberate it. Being negative, we're being positive, so we're ready. Good hunting, okay. Leave that first before I guess, unless I want to put the Jenner in, which is short range missiles, 4 lasers and jump jets. Oh, I mean that preset might be better than what I came up with. Just gonna prefer having the long range missiles. I think I only really struggled on that last mission because of the mineral field. Wasn't really sure what to do with it. Do I want to swap out Glitch though? They are kind of better than Medusa still. So unless I want to spread the experience, kind of. I mean, Decker's got higher skills than both of them, so let's put Glitch in that end. I assume they get like no experience if they're not deployed. They might get something, I don't know. Fight our way to the prison, destroy all forces, and liberate it from their control. Expecting it to be harder than before, so need to remember to start putting saves in as I progress, because it doesn't auto-save in the middle of missions from what I remember. Turrets. But no battle mechs. Heavy vehicles and turrets, okay. Okay. Couple turret generators up there. A bunch of turret generators down there. So what's the best? Is to take the route to the right so that we can get line of sight on the turrets the earliest possible.
Roger.
Roger that. Got it.
Guessing from the depth of this valley that we're not going to be able to shoot rockets all the way over the top.
On my way.
I copy.
I read you, Commander.
Be too
Moving out.
easy.
Enemy detected.
Lots of turrets. Why? Okay, so there's no route up that side. We're going to have to go right past the turrets in order to get up there. Doesn't particularly seem worth making the journey. Just going to have to blow all the turrets up. The other side might have been marginally better. Let's see.
Move order received.
Location confirmed.
Maybe from this side we'll be able to throw missiles up there. It's possible.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, okay. Some cover against that side. They're barely in range, but
Position confirmed.
do want to see if it's possible. Is it saying we can fire all our weapons? Interesting. See what happens. I have to just shoot through the floor and hit them. Fine.
Commander. Affirmative.
Could be just the rockets, but
Fired on target.
not enough hits to destroy it.
What can I do for you?
It's not great.
Moving out.
May have been the wrong approach, and just attacking the turrets themselves would be
Building trash.
a better way to spend the turns. I don't know, so that's... It's not destroyed the 2 turrets dead ahead. Move all the way up. I can target that turret generator. But I will be exposed to all of that. Seems like a bad idea, because it's the last mech I've got. I'm better off... Doesn't put me in range. This is not the best mech for the situation. If I'm moving up, I want to be there. Go through the prison gates. Blow them up or jump them, yeah. Well, not all of them will be able to jump, so. Can I multi-target to use the lasers on A and autocannons on B?
Engaging multiple targets.
The tank destroyed. Hit the turret, didn't destroy it. Sniper turret, I see, that scares me. It's from the other direction. Seem too damaging.
Damage minimal.
After that missed, okay, this is positive what we've sustained so far. Now it's a question of whether I think I'm going to ignore that turret generator, at least for a minute, just move up and open fire on what I can see. Can't see that guy. Do want to do another multi-target though. Same kind of spread of damage, because I think that's sufficient. Yeah, it is. Probably could have split more lasers onto the other one as well. That's okay. More mechs. Good.
Commander.
Move up like that. Can reveal a bit more what's over there. Multi-target here. Some missiles on the little tank. Main weapons on the damage turret. Throw some missiles up further away turret.
Engaging multiple targets.
Missed on that side, that's not great. Minimal damage there. Probably should not have split my fire. Didn't do enough damage to anything to be meaningful.
What's up, boss?
Interesting. Learning from that. I don't have a choice in this case. Not in range with all weapons, so we'll just fire what we can at the damage turret. It's more than enough.
One less turret. Waiting for orders.
The back, that's just got missiles that I can throw over at someone. think preference is to try and hit this little tank.
Here we go.
Evil again. That's quite a lot of damage. Structure exposed.
Warning. Armor breached.
Bit worried about that.
Damage.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Bat. Sensor locked, then hit by, I guess that's a sniper turret. 40 damages. This is a lot of damage I'm taking. So do I just march up and ignore all that? Knock the wall down? And no, because I think one of the quest sections was to destroy everything. Sky first. All lasers should do the job. Yeah, good.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Good. I know Hob is taking a lot of damage. Armor is holding everywhere, but if it keeps getting hit at the same spot by these things, whatever they are.
Waiting for orders.
Let's get him into cover. Yeah. Can't see much from down there though. It's a better angle if these other things move forward. Now I'm going to try and knock that out. Good. That's much better when I focus all those weapons.
Receiving.
Height of up here is... It's not in cover, but it does look good.
On my way.
At least hit that Scorpion now. Do like a PPC
Vehicle
for
down.
picking off vehicles. Seems very effective so far.
Good to go.
Right at the back, can't hit anything that's over that side. Can't really get a meaningful angle on anything, so just gonna move up and
You betcha.
might as well fire some missiles at the gate, I guess.
Tell me what to do.
Why not? He's kind of asking to get shot
Light
up there.
damage. Holding firm.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
75 damage in total.
I'm here.
Okay, so I can move up and stay in cover. Can only really hit the generators then. It's more vehicles than turrets in my current range, so
Coordinates received.
either indirect fire some rockets at this guy. Did almost nothing from the looks of it. Surprising.
Ready for orders. Firing.
Just in the trees.
I hear ya.
Damage numbers are coming up, but it doesn't really seem to be doing much. Oh well. This guy can only really shoot generators still.
Engaging target.
Might as well. Frustrating to be shot by something we can't shoot back. Probably should have been more careful about where I put him.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Took a hard hit there.
Does that guy have jump pack? Yes. Quite meaningful to jump here. Try that bulldog.
Copy that.
Barely any damage. Something seems off there. Moving closer to those turrets, I kind of want to focus fire on the turret generators, personally. That one still needs to take 50. So, let's just split the weapons like that. Hope they all hit. So that's enough for the first one. Looks like too many misses to do much to the second one.
Waiting on you, Commander. Don't need to tell me twice.
Let's blow up with everything.
Firing on target.
Good.
Brought it down, Commander.
It's just these two stubborn vehicles to sort out. The only shot I've got. Reasonable odds, but a lot of it's going to hit that hill. Enough of it here to destroy him, that's good.
Enemy unit.
The auto cannons, maybe?
Not much armor left in that location. Commander.
Got all the armour up, even if it's barely. Let's go kick him.
Copy that.
Guns haven't been effective in the forest. Stomping on them will work. Was that a little laser for?
Reporting. Enemy vehicle.
Interesting. Don't know what that was. Right, so the others can now come back this way towards the gate. No point spending all that heat.
Engaging target.
Just need a couple hits to break it down. Good.
Target building destroyed.
Are we out of combat? Okay, so I want to move. This guy's about to lose his arm again. It's the same one. Don't really want him to be first through the door then.
On my way.
Yes, we need to get through that second doorway over there. Don't immediately see any like turrets or anything.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Coordinates received.
Prisoner's hours. Oh, okay, that's simple. Just walk in. Got company. Prison Mech Bay.
Sit tight, Commander.
Okay.
Lady Arano is aware of the situation. Reinforcements are on the way.
Where are they going to come from? See any red dots yet? Ah, there we go. There is a Jenna. Hey.
Good to go.
Shadow walking. There's no cover or anything here. Just want to be at, yeah, optimum range. Ah. A Centurion and something else, and something else. That's a lot of tough guys. With a 25% chance to hit, that is not good. I think vigilance might be the answer for the guy stood at the front. Keep the other guys behind these. Could have been worse for sure.
Waiting for orders.
Move our Centurion up. Can't really get to ideal for anything. So what's the status there? Jenna's got very low armour. Centurion's quite heavy, so I'd rather pop the Jenna first. Those chance to hit is significantly worse with the Jenna. So what's the cause of that? The target moved a lot. Centurion just moved a little. Those odds to hit are so much better that it's got to be that guy.
Commencing alpha strike.
Already exposed something, that's good. That's a lot of missiles. It's from whatever's over the end there.
Ready for orders.
Pretty good odds on. So that's precision strike. That was just an arm that we. That's not as good. I was hoping it was part of the torso that we'd strip the armour off. So their centre torso is quite open. Let's just try and hit that.
Got it.
Missed it, but some really good hits there. Can I get some good shots in with the blackjack? For all the weapons without heat trouble, and they're good odds.
All weapons committed.
Took an arm out.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Brilliant. Wouldn't be surprised if they focus the blackjack because it's
Internal damage.
breached already. Some reinforcements. Okay, we have to make sure she survives. Okay, that can be done.
Commander.
Tyrion's really open, not any specific area. All across the middle. I don't think I need to do a precision to get some good hits with the weapons we got here. But I also don't think I want to split them. Actually I do. Just want to fire the LRM elsewhere. Reasonable chance of hitting whatever this one was. Didn't find out what model it is.
Confirmed.
Other arm destroyed, ammo explosion. There's some good hits on that. Jenna has done another massive sprint. And a lot of hits.
Detecting MechWarriors.
I'm not surprised we lost the arm there.
Weapon system destroyed.
That was a lot of weapons. Jenna is interesting. Oh, that's a Jaeger mech. A lot of autocannons. Interesting. So, from what I've seen so far, autocannons are good. Quite a long range. So if we get up close to the Jaeger mech, we'll be relatively safe.
Good to go.
Let's
Got it.
get some fire with this guy as well. So I'll fire missiles and a laser against him. See if we get a lucky shot with the PPC.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Good hits, but not enough. And a miss. Wasn't great. Never mind. Oh, allied turn, okay. She just come in with the one mech. Shouldn't complain. Basically, they're going to help. More shots we've got on the Jenna, the better. That bombardment is...
Warning. Armor breached. Internal
It's only
damage.
4 damage per hit, but... I think this guy needs to pull back soon.
Good to go.
Just going to ignore the Jenna with this guy. Let's finish the Centurion, that's the most important thing. Two lasers and a AC should do that. Well, first one did it.
We can't let this prison fall.
Some good hits, okay. So, other than running to not be in line of sight anymore, I thought getting closer would be safer. So I'm going to try that first. Good hit chances. Something. Stripping the armor bit by bit. Doing okay. Still managed a good hit on the weak guy.
Internal structure damage.
Big repairs after this. Everyone's taking hits. Although our Centurion's good. Lots of armor still. What's the other arm? I definitely think I should hide that blackjack now. I think it's got no weapons worth having, and don't want to leave his back facing them though. Doesn't look like there's much I can do about it. But I don't want the whole thing blown up, because I don't know what the consequence of that is. I assume it's gone for good. Do all the defensive things with him. Some hits on the Jenna, that's good.
That shot got past my armor.
Lots of hits, but
Armor low.
nothing more blown up.
Ready for orders.
Okay.
Location confirmed.
Still think closer is better. I've got more useful close range and they've got less. With the odds against the Jenna, I think it's best to focus down the Jaeger mech.
Roger.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed. Engage target. Waiting for orders.
Amazing so far.
All weapons are go.
One arm off. Good. The torso.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Good damage. He's run off to hide now. It is a legitimate strategy. Let's keep running back, but turn him to face the stronger direction. Jenna's just moved only a little. So this might be the turn where we fire everything at him.
Aye, aye.
Too close for our weapons, is that? Oh, am I just... Ah, yeah, no, it's just because wrong bit's selected. Those odds are the best we've had, so I'm going for it. Taking the other arm off the Jaeger mech. And put some missiles into the back of the Jenna, okay. Good. It'd be interesting to find out what kind of mech it is doing that. Ah. There goes our blackjack. Didn't do the thing I said I was going to do, and save at the critical points. Don't feel like restarting the entire mission. So I guess we'll just find out what happens when a mech's completely destroyed.
Standing by.
And if it's absolutely horrific, then we can go back to an earlier save. Odds with the PPC are pretty bad there, and it's, in my opinion, a strong weapon. I want to use it. Let's try that. Yeah, that's better. Took out one side.
Solid connection on that one. Waiting for orders.
Those weapons are as good as any there. There we go. Center torso destroyed on him.
That's a kill.
That's a good result. The Jaeger mech is sitting duck now, I guess.
Receiving you.
Okay, not completely weak then. There we go. Allied took him out, so it's just that guy over the wall to get. We go. I think we can go up the side, yeah.
Orders.
One each way.
Acknowledged.
We can't keep running forever.
Good to go. Got it.
Interesting that I can't throw my missiles over that wall in the way that they have. There must be something special about that mech.
Yes, Commander.
Standing by. Move into position.
Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
Even got some lasers on it.
I'm losing weapons.
Lost an arm. Tough one, okay. What is this? A trebuchet. The name suggests it would be able to fire missiles over walls. Interesting, okay.
Orders.
good hits, but nothing great.
Good to go.
Vision strike to the centre is probably worth it.
On it.
Missed too much.
Commander?
Ah, I reckon I've worked that out. Okay. The reason he could fire the missiles over the wall is he had an ally that had vision of us. Now that we've got vision of him, we can fire missiles over the wall.
Affirmative.
It's interesting to know, to learn about.
Yes, Commander. Roger.
Just keep firing. Those look like some good hits in the
Target
centre.
taking a critical hit.
A lot of armour stripped off him, but he's
Good to go.
taking a lot of hits still. Took an arm off. Ah, there we go. Got this in for a sec.
One less target.
Prison is ours. Celebrating the things the Directorate has done to these people. Need to go to the prison hospital. Not going to be easy to see.
Mission successful.
I'm assuming we're about to have a cinematic then. What is going on? That's a lot of damage. Then again, it was our first 2-skull difficulty mission. 110 days to recover. But it's going to be expensive to rebuild that. Let's see. I'm interested in a trebuchet. Not yet had any parts for a Jaeger mech, so we'll grab them. Don't know what else we might need to rebuild after the damage we've just had. So I'll take what comes randomly. We'll just take the most valuable stuff. Hopefully that's enough to make something constructive out of the wrecks we're dragging home. It was too late. Ah. It's our mentor guy. He somehow survived having his mech explode all around him. I mean, I guess we just did, so... Okay. Too late to save him, I'm guessing. So sorry I know how much Mastiff meant to you. Friend and mentor to us both. To all three of us. Like a second father. Yep, personal, make it about vengeance, or talk about him being a hero. I think that's most positive option. The scale of the Directorate's cruelty is unimaginable. Inhuman. Icebox isn't a prison, it's a meat grinder. What's left of his family is looking the other way. Try to remain focused. Liberated the Directorate's hostages. Shattered Uncle's hold on the founding houses. Prisoners we've set free are calling her Sword of Restoration. Need to spread the message to the capital. Galvanise the supporters and weaken the Espinosas. Galvanise their supporters, yeah. It's political stuff I don't really want to get involved with, but we'll focus on blowing up the mechs. Last 3 years, those who love Arano have been keeping their heads down. They won't change overnight. An appreciable percentage of the population supports Espinosa. It's improved the quality of life at the capital. People forgive a great deal for security and comfort. Victory on Worldry. See what happened to those who could not be bought or indoctrinated. Soon the entire Reach will know of it. Good for propaganda. Momentum is on our side. Where next then? Set the people here free. In the end, that's what matters. Certain they'll ever be free. A wound that will never heal. Focus on something we can do. New assignment. Okay. The Argo, that's that ship we went and found. Further symbolic purpose, a sign of rebirth and renewal. Time for actions, not symbols. So we're going to take over the ship. Okay. We need to grow stronger. Own our company to a razor's edge. I mean, we just lost a couple of mechs in a relatively simple battle, so we might have a lot of honing to do. Sounds good. Something she wants to say to the people. It'd be nice if this was voice acted. Unless I've done something silly and switched that off. Don't know. Declaring the restoration. Okay. This is the engineer who fixed the ship. Okay. Just introducing Pharaoh. Ship flying. Yeah. Ship has been deloused. Okay. Good. Disinfected. Green is good, but spaceworthy is better. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Okay. She's going to be joining us, I guess. Lord Madeira. Okay. A lot of exposition and talking when I feel like there should be more grinding of odd jobs. I'll be polite to him, I guess. Develop our company and grow strong. Okay. So we've got a bigger mech bay. That's good. Access to more missions around the whole place. Time and money, we can fix the Argo up. Okay, so that kind of meta progression maybe. Improving things. Get bigger mechs. I like big mechs. Yes, so let's go straight to the mech bay and deal with the consequences of what got blown up. Okay, so the Blackjack was completely blown up because it lost its center torso. So we can just rebuild the center torso and it's all good. That's cool. We don't lose it altogether just because it completely blew up. It is expensive, I thought it would be, but we've got the cash to spend, so that's fine. It's now just a case of whether I've got the appropriate weapons to rebuild it the same. Which was a couple of AC2s, I've only got one of them. And medium lasers. I think. Yeah, it had medium lasers on the arms as well. So lost a heat sink from the center torso, I guess. Another AC2 and the AC2 ammo. Put the ammo in, but I don't have another AC2. Can I put a 5 in? It's a lot bigger. Optimal range is shorter, which makes it better with the lasers, but means that the Blackjack doesn't have a long range option at all, which with 4 lasers isn't so much of an issue. I might be inclined to just have the AC5 and let's say 3 lasers. 4 would probably fit okay. So another heatsink to balance that. So probably wasn't one there, but there can be now. Got a different options. I don't really know what's best, but we'll build something and see if it survives longer than the last version. Let's put some ammo. I don't want to put ammo in the center torso, because I think that ammo explosion is a significant weakness. So I would put it in the other arm. That's a bit weird. I'd rather put it in the right torso on the same side that the AC is on. And then spend the extra 3 tons on some armour to start with. Considering the center torso is the bit that blew up, I'm going to reinforce that. Okay. It's 1 ton still. Almost maxed on all the armour, so don't know if there's anything better to spend that ton on. Doesn't look like it. Just start like everything to maximum. Close. Just missing 1 bit of armour on the left torso. Which is fine because we want to prioritise defending the right side. That's the one with the AC. That's fine. I'm happy with that. I'll confirm that work. We've got some serious damage to the Vindicator as well. Didn't really notice. But our PPC is gone. That's painful. I like the PPC. Don't have a spare one to use. Best thing we've got is a large laser. Now, while I'm here, I found the small laser kind of useless. And I always forget about jump jets, so there's no point in having them. Better off with 3 mediums and a large. A lot. Heat efficiency is not great on it, so I don't have to fire all the lasers at once if I don't want to. It's just a question of whether the extra ton is worth having for something else. So how much armour can we still fit on? Lot. Almost all of it. That's when we go over. Happy with that, really. Let's balance it. I have to have it symmetrical.
Right. I'll get it.
Okay, so that's being refit. So I do want to get a PPC, really. That'll do for now. Everyone else is okay. So that was all our mech work. 40 days to finish it all. MechWarriors.
Standing by.
Some more experience. Not sure any of it's worth spending. Save up for the next lot of gunnery, I think.
Good to go.
I'm here.
Use I could do with removing the indirect fire penalty a little. Confirm that.
Complete.
That's fine for now. Okay. We need to progress 40 days to repair them. Could probably do very easy mission using the other mechs that I've got. Let's take a look. Available contracts. Ah, that's more than we've had before. Okay. So all of these are on this planet. Just pick any of them. I don't want to do the 2 skull ones. Don't have my best mechs available, so it's going to be a battle, or a destroy base. Salvage. It's really good on the first one. The cash is really good on the second one. Let's do a bit of salvaging. Boost it up a bit as well. That looks fine. Okay, so we're going to have to swap in a Locust and a Jenner. Put our spare MechWarrior in there. With 2 big guys. I've not tried the Jenner out yet. It could be good. I know the Locust does something. It's better than nothing, so this could be enough to do something. Destroy the structures and extract. Simple enough. Oh. Music's run out. Just gonna flick out and back in again. There we go.
Command interface initiated.
Automated warning. Going to be fired upon. That's what we were expecting anyway. Okay. So what have we got? We've got some kind of marker. Destroy the base garrison, so there's going to be something over here. Maybe just a bunch of buildings to shoot at. Some rough ground and a lot of cover is good. Let's head through the trees.
On it.
Aye, aye. Got it.
Moving to position.
Found a couple of
Reporting enemy
mechs
contact.
and a turret. Okay, stay in the cover.
Roger.
Coordinates received.
Can't actually see any of them yet, so move the Jenner into the middle of them and open fire with some lasers. Move the Jenner. Turret worries me a bit more than the mechs at the moment. Let's send him straight for this guy.
Confirmed.
Hello, Greybeard. How are you doing this evening?
Confirmed.
wrong. Good. Good. Could be worse then.
Good to go.
Considering all those explosions did very little to that commander, I'm not sure what a couple of machine guns are really going to do. I don't think a couple of machine guns are going to do much to that Wolverine. So I'm going to run him down the edge.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Low guys are moving up now.
On my way.
Wasn't a lot of hits.
What can I do for you?
And again, if these are just the only 2 mechs there are, it might not be too bad.
You betcha. This should be good.
Explosions, but very little damage.
Barely hit, Commander.
I want to be moving my guys so they're behind their mechs, but out of line of sight of the turrets. Which,
Waiting for orders.
not sure how many opportunities for that we're going to get. Can move him behind the Wolverine, then all of the turrets can see me. It's better to try and get the flank on this guy.
Coordinates received. All weapons on go.
Good hits. Hit his head, which is always positive. And he missed his rear attack.
Orders.
I know I'm saying a lot of obvious things, but it's a complicated game, and the more I say them, the more I start to understand them.
Copy that.
Waiting for orders.
Fly optimum range without the missile. Oh, close. Okay, that's pretty good then.
Location confirmed. Tracking from position.
He's got a lot of armour.
Waiting for orders. Moving out.
Don't have a huge amount of resolve to spend on targeting. Sensor lock do. Moves 2 evasive charges and adds 2 sensors impaired. I don't know what sensors impaired does. If it makes their shooting less accurate, that might be good. I'm not struggling to hit them, so it's not necessary, but just do it to this guy and see what happens.
They've got a sensor lock on me. Reporting minimal damage.
Worth knocking those turrets out earlier, because it's going to take a long time to work through this Wolverine.
Good to go.
Like to destroy the commander though, should be easy. They have a penalty to hit. Yeah. Thanks, Greybeard. That's what I figured the impairment would do.
Coordinates received.
Makes sense. Ah, that's a lot of overheat. Fire 2 safely, but I only need to hit the centre torso from the back. Is all of the rockets hit, or most of them, and one laser. This could be worth doing the precision strike. Goes from 26% to 41%. I think that's worth it. Yeah, good. That's him out of the fight, which is good.
Standing by.
So I don't think a Locust is going to make much of a difference to that Wolverine at all, so I'd rather send him off against the turrets. I'll get him up close. I'm going to take the flank where he's less exposed. It's not a bad laser shot. Interesting.
Oh, my armor's melting off. Commander.
Make it easier for me to get behind this guy. To be behind him, but at enough distance to use my weapons effectively. Doesn't look like I can do. If I go there and face him, I'm overly close and my back is facing all those turrets. Seems like a bad idea. I'd rather get back so he's in the optimal range and I'm still in cover. Which I can do from there. But that does mean I'm just shooting him in the face. It's something.
Good to go. I read you, Commander. Moving out. Firing everything I've got.
Waiting for orders.
This guy can come over and help. Or he could go after turrets as well. More agile, so he shouldn't just be stood still shooting at a Wolverine for lots of turns. So I do want to send him against the turrets. Can't really get them in a perfect range.
Aye, aye.
Good enough for some lasers. So 97. But I can't fire all four. I think 2 is the most I can do without having to stress. So why don't I gang up with the little guy?
Commander.
Might be able to finish him off.
Location confirmed. Targeting horizontal strike.
Good, it's one down.
Damn. Let's do this.
One less turret.
Okay,
Weapon system down.
I tried to avoid him, but he had other ideas. Lost an arm off the Jenner, okay.
Orders.
But he has shown his back to me. It's probably worth just launching everything at it. Still quite well armoured, but
I copy.
structure exposed on something.
I hear ya.
We take advantage of
Don't need
that.
to tell me twice.
Take a whole arm off if we... I mean, I'm not sure that's better than just firing all your weapons into the centre torso rear. Because if it all hits, it could destroy it. It won't all hit, but I think that's the better option. Good hits. Worried about that Jenna's safety though.
Light damage, Commander. Standing by.
Lost 2 of the lasers. Well, because of the heat I was only firing 2 of them anyway, so no big deal.
Acknowledged.
What we can do to this guy.
Taking the shot.
Significant amount.
Yes, Commander.
Can run this guy up. Try and finish it. It's going to make him very vulnerable. He's got nowhere else to go, really. Can't see anything else. The only other option is to just hide him so that the Wolverine doesn't come after him. Then again, a good distraction will keep the Wolverine faced away from my more powerful guys. So maybe I just sacrifice the Locust.
Position confirmed. Here it comes.
Good to go.
Otherwise I was going to go before him. No real point in targeting at this point. I've stripped the armour off everything, so any hits to the back are good. What I'd quite like to do is multi-target him and send the long-range missiles against the turret instead.
Fire.
Took off his right side and took the turret out.
Target.
It's good shots.
Waiting on you,
And we
Commander.
finish it with the Centurion. Good. Do the same again and send some missiles over that way.
Got it.
Scratch
There we go.
another
Good. We've just got turrets left. We evaded. That's good.
Warriors, show 'em what you got. Ready for orders.
We'll knock that out and start taking these
Heading out.
buildings down.
On it.
Ready for orders.
Don't have to worry about him anymore.
Turret destroyed.
See a turret on the other side, but it hasn't fired yet, so I'm assuming it won't if I stay on this side of the buildings. It'll take a few turns to destroy them all.
I hear ya.
Roger.
That was one step too far, I think.
Firing on target.
Receiving you. Move order received. Fire.
Structure down. It's history.
Aye, aye. Locked on.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh. Tell me what...
Method inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Just gotta run away now. Okay. Are they gonna spawn? They missed. Good. Don't see any incoming reinforcements or anything, so
Yes, Commander.
maybe we can just run away. Ah,
What's up, Boss?
What do you need?
Waiting for orders.
Orders?
nothing's going to spawn in. I can't
Roger.
quite see the point in making me run them all up here one at a time.
Orders. Affirmative.
Ready for orders.
Good to
We
go.
would have spawned them by now if it was going to.
Commander?
Ah,
Location confirmed.
Waiting for orders. I copy.
Receiving you. Move order received.
What can I do for you?
Standing by.
Yes, Commander.
Standing by.
there we go.
Mission successful.
Increased by 10%. Don't know why, but good. Though we have lost 2 medium lasers on the arm of the Jenner. To take 5 items, I was focused on the salvage, and then we really didn't have anything to salvage. Part of a Wolverine's cool. It's the first time I've seen one of them. We got everything. Oh well. Good. Successful mission. Now, go and repair things before I forget. 2 new medium lasers on that. That's job done.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Good. That is about all the Battletech my brain can handle for one night. So I'm going to drop a manual save in there. And say thank you very much for joining me. I will be continuing to learn about Battletech and continue this story campaign next week. So next Monday, 7 PM GMT again. If you want a reminder of that, of course you can follow the channel. It's very helpful for me, and we'll let you know next Monday when I'm up and running. I will also be back streaming tomorrow morning, 10 AM tomorrow GMT. Plans to play City Skylines. Nice chill morning game, I think. Go well with breakfast and hanging out.